Welcome to the channel, guys. Today we are figuring out our lives basically, but I thought I'd give you an update on the land, all the projects and everything. To start off with the whole tuning thing for our vehicles from the last video, if you watched that one on the trimmer review, I've talked to PPEI. They have not created the tunes yet for our vehicles, and Corey is probably the only person I trust with those tunes, other than maybe one or two other local guys that's been doing it their whole lives, but he usually knows how to keep your warranty on your vehicles. So I'm kind of waiting on him. But anyway, so this looks horrible due to our 30-mile-per-hour winds we keep having, but we have staked out, if you haven't kept up with the channel, we're doing an off-frame modular house to where it's still considered a stick-built home because it doesn't have the metal framing underneath it. We've got all that closed out. We are good to go on it. It's going to be 2,200 square feet almost. Obviously, we will show you that once it shows up here. But we've got it staked out, show them where it's going to be. We've got it on the far side of the property here because we're still gonna build a house over behind my wife if she wants to swing over there real quick, where it's been graded. But this off-frame modular will make it to where we are not in a massive hurry and we can do a lot of the work ourselves and save hundreds of thousands of dollars by basically building ourselves and with the guys I work with at the fire department, because every single one of them has this trade. Carpenter, painter, which carpentry and painting, probably do a lot of that ourselves. Plumbing, electrical, we got all the guys at the fire department. So then here in a second, we're gonna go back and show what we're gonna do out in the woods. Then just to the right over here, the famous 72 that has been, is it 4 years now? Just over 4 years or just over 3?
Way too long.
I know that. I think it's just over 4 years now, and yeah, it is in shambles. But I have a guy that I've reached out to that's actually just down the road, I think 2 miles, and he restores these trucks in his garage. He's a retired guy, restores the trucks, or that's what it seems like. It seems like he's a retired guy that just has as a hobby restoring vehicles out of his garage. Granted, this is a diesel, and I'm sure he's not dealt with those. He's dealt with all the old school Ford motors, but as long as we can get it looking good, I've got the right people to make sure it runs right.
Mm-hmm.
Babe, for the 937th time, I promise this thing will be up and running. I promise, all right? So house will go over there. As you can see, my son, if my wife wants to zoom in, he's already started construction over there. He's got the fire truck for if we have a fire during construction. He's got the concrete truck. He's got a little bit of everything over there. Yeah, I think we'll be all right. He's got a good start on it. He leveled this whole property right here. Yep, all of it, as a 3-year-old. His sister, she's more into riding 4-wheelers while he works on the property. And a big reason you can tell just by all these ruts right here, this is simply just driving up to this truck to shoot the last couple of videos. That's how much rain we've had here lately. This is not me messing around trying to get the truck dirty, because it just took me 3 hours today to detail it, to try to make it look new again and pull all the grass and mud out of it. But over here, back to the woods, this is gonna be the fun part. Our neighbors, there's the truck cover bag. Our neighbors, sorry for that little rigging right there. That's where the neighbors' cows keep coming through. Love the cows coming over here, try to pet them. Let my son see cows, but they're not having any of it. They're little young cows. But, oh God, thorn bush. God. Ow. Oh, you're dug in there. All right. Anyways, so we bought our 10 acres here. They bought their 14 acres over there, and we basically bought all this land beside each other just so nobody else builds. Because we bought ours first, then they bought 4 acres, then they bought the other. Actually, they got 15 acres. They bought the 11 acres around their house so nobody else would build. Talking to them and everything, they're like, well, what we really want to do is, you know, have side-by-sides, 4-wheelers, go out in the woods, have a good time, but I'm not sure where our property lines are back there. Well, luckily for us, we plan on doing the exact same thing. So we're going to be building a massive off-road course back here. I've got a few friends with bigger equipment that hopefully they have the confidence to come back here, because there is a few hills, mainly just this first little drop-off right here is the biggest problem. But other than this little small section right here, it's flat behind that ridge right there. It's all nice and flat and perfect for, it's got hills, but nothing crazy. So we're gonna make a pass through here. We're gonna wrap it around this tree line here, would be my assumption. Because that's too steep right there to make a track through there. And we're just basically gonna have a full course back here. And this will, well, I hate being that guy. I'm a massive deer hunter, love deer hunting. It's been a while because of the military and us moving so much trying to build our dream. But right there shows that there's a good amount of deer back here. We're not gonna hunt on our property. I want the kids to grow up with the wildlife. I already have friends and family. Hey, can we just hunt your land? As of right now, no. Maybe later, maybe. We'll think about it. So of course we're gonna go all the way down this little ridge here, go up and around, and then we've got about 3.5, 4 acres cleared in the front. They've got about almost 4 acres cleared right where they're building. So we've got 16 acres that we're gonna have this massive off-roading course back here. I plan on it being big enough to where all of our buddies with Jeeps and all that stuff is gonna be able to come back here too. We'll obviously have to cut down some trees and everything, but I'm thinking that'll make better obstacles later on to where you gotta go over, you know, fallen trees or cut them up and build little obstacles there and everything. And then it's gonna be really cool if you look at this tree right here. I think this is where we're gonna build the kids' tree house, so it's just barely into the woods, but they've got their own little area here. Thinking that looks about perfect. What do you think, babe? That looks like a tree house.
Sure.
Type tree right there. I tried to build one when I was little. We put 6 steps up it. We got called back home for dinner, and
That's how much you got done.
yeah, we never went back to finish. I went back to grab my dad's hammer because I was punished for that not coming home that night. But anyways, so we have all this. Let us know what you think down in the comments below, what you would do with all this. So we're teaming up to make our land with the neighbors. Obviously, we're not gonna put any big built objects on this, just in case they ever sell their land or we sell our land. There's nothing of, oh, I built this over here, you built this over here, and we gotta figure out what to do money-wise. But what would you all do with all this? It's just small, gentle, rolling hills right past this ridge. So let us know what you all think. We're trying to make this an extremely fun channel. We're trying to pick back up. It's been crazy hectic, especially with my wife and her new job and her being my sugar mama. Ooh, I like that idea, babe. What do you think?
Whoop, whoop.
I like the idea of my wife making 2-3 times what I make. I don't make bad money. So I like that idea. And that makes this so much easier when your wife makes a lot more money than you do. And she's okay with it.
Mm-hmm.
But on the flip side of that, that means I gotta buy her toys too. And I usually pay for all the toys while she pays for the house.
Yeah.
So maybe I need to make more money.
Yeah. Oh, I hear something.
What is it? Could be a squirrel, could be a deer.
It stopped. You scared it.
I do that to my, it's probably a female.
Yeah, I know. Good.
But go down, and there's actually old tracks because this used to be a 100-acre farm that they sold for development so the guy could retire as a farmer and quit working. I don't think his kids wanted to be farmers. So there's actually a whole lot of tracks back there to where they're already basically pre-made. It's set up perfect. And we have found 2 caves. So we're gonna go exploring those at some point in time too. But let us know, and then, I don't know if you can tell from here, I can from where I'm at, but there's a little bulge right there at the top of the hill. And up beside our neighbor's house, he's got probably 6-7 acres of his, goes up a fully cleared path up there onto the bald, and our property meets somewhere in the middle of that bulge, just over the crest there, through the trees. So, God, we just have so many things we can do. Babe, I'm excited. And then the house is gonna be here in the next, house will be done in, house is built, right? House was built yesterday. Oh, yeah. Yeah. House is built, so well, I think we're 3 to 4 weeks away from footers. Then that's all crane dropped onto the foundation. So heck, what are we, a month? Let's be safe, say a month and a half. From the house, we'll do all that, and then we're going to go ahead and put the 72 underneath at least some type of shed or an advanced carport, because I don't want it fully wide open like a carport. Then we got to build the detached garage, then we build the house, right?
Vroom vroom.
He's going fast. And heck, that's going by the high school. Sorry, that attracts my attention so much because that's how I won my wife over. Riding motorcycles. Her thinking I was a cool kid.
Yeah, boy, was I wrong.
I like to think our first date, we was in Mexico and we went 142 miles an hour. Thought that was pretty cool. She realized if she didn't die then, we might be able to make it through this. But anyways, I know it wasn't a crazy video, but I was trying to give you all the updates of everything here. We're extremely excited, and it's gonna bring so much to the channel. Daughter is doing her competitions right now. We didn't film the last one because she felt overwhelmed with pressure. So we did film it, we didn't post it or anything. We was like, hey, this is just for you to have fun, because she jumped a few levels this year and she's going crazy about it. So we might be able to film the next one coming up in what, a week or two? 2 weeks? 2 weeks.
10 days.
Close enough, pretty close. So we'll start filming that as long as she's good with it. If she's not, well, we'll just give you updates as we go along. So the trails will start coming. I'm gonna start trying to trim out this trail hopefully about 2 to 3 weeks from now, because I want to work on the 62 next week and go meet with a guy that's good at restoring those. So that'll be the next video. Then we're gonna do the property and demolition. I love it. Babe, do you think they'll allow me to rent out heavy equipment and actually let me use it?
You?
Yeah. They don't know my record. Do you need a license? Nah. Heck, I've only operated a skid steer. That's the biggest thing I've ever operated. Heck, we might get into this a little bit. Or the buddies I have with the equipment, maybe they'll let me borrow it, and if I mess something up, I can repair it or pay for it to be repaired.
Okay.
And that's where you come in, Moneybag.
We're leaving.
Yes! Woo! Yeah. Sorry, I had to throw the woo in there. At work last night, we watched the Ric Flair documentary. You didn't realize what crazy of a life he lived.
Okay. Are you done?
Oh, yeah. Please like, subscribe, keep up with all this. It's going to be one heck of a time, guys. Oh, God. We're right there to starting everything. Yeah! Woo! Subscribe, like it. We'll see you soon, guys.
I was still recording, just in case if you fell.